What's up, guys? I'm Manny. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, I appreciate the subscription. So right now I am doing a 13-hour contract shift today. I've been doing these contract shifts all week. This is what I'm going to be doing for the next several months. On my last 37-hour contract, I had to get a tire replaced and a brake chamber. And I did get the tire replaced a few days ago. I got myself a used tire here. So you see, got myself a used tire. It's a $95 tire that you see there. I'm gonna show you guys the schedule all week during the 13-hour contract shift. It's been really low miles, which I actually like, because my contracts are at $503 per day, and plus the fuel surcharge. So today we got ourselves a contract. Let me turn up the brightness here. We got ourselves a contract shift here, and I have my schedule, and I have multiple stops here. But this totals out to 278 miles total. And right now my first check-in is going to be, I'm going to be checking in shirts, and I'm bobtailing 44 miles to Kyle, Texas. And I'm going from Kyle, Texas all the way to Buda. And the farthest that I'm going today will be Pflugerville today. And I kind of get my rate at the end of the shift with fuel surcharge. So yesterday I did my 238 mile contract shift for $503 for the day, and the total with fuel surcharge came out to $635 at $2.67. I did squeeze in the load before that, and a prior contract shift, another 228 mile block, $503 a day with fuel. The total came out to $618 for $2.72. And this was a Houston round trip, $503 for the day, and with fuel round trip to Houston. And I squeezed in a couple other extra trips. Guys, I am from Texas, or I'm living in Texas, and Texas has its own ELD, so I'm running on Texas time ELD, where you only need a 24-hour reset and stuff. But I can switch between that and the other time in case I'm going out of state. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm getting ready to head out to the first locations, which is 6 miles away. I'm going to stop by the store, give me a cold drink, since I forgot to put my drinks in the fridge. I'm going to take you guys with me, and hope you guys enjoy the content. Just checked in at my first stop. So now I'm officially starting my route for the 13-hour shift today. I had a couple comments on my channel. I guess some people have been waiting many months to get signed up with Amazon, and I pretty much said that Amazon is really slow right now, really slow, and I can see why. Maybe they're holding off on taking on new carriers, possibly waiting until the next peak, which will be Amazon Prime, those type of days. The schedule that I've been getting, we're talking about 200 to 300 miles. I had one 400-mile day on the 13-hour contract, and then the 37-hour contracts took me all the way to Houston and Port Allen, and just that area itself could have been something a contract from Houston could have been doing. So those contracts kind of send you out a little farther, but then the ones here, it seems like there's not enough work, or there is enough work, but maybe Amazon Logistics already got rid of some of their employees, or the third-party Amazon carriers got rid of employees, or maybe people have left the truck driving jobs, because I know sometimes people want to stay with those companies for maybe 6 months and then go to another company, because the route that I've been getting is not a route that these are routes that I would not get early on right now. It's we're in February and I'm getting 200 to 300 miles. Amazon likes to send 13-hour contracts, maybe 400 miles. I will usually do Houston round trippers all the time, mostly every day, or Waco. Farthest is Waco round trip, and working my way back down. So the whole 200 mile, 300 under 300 miles is a rare occasion, but I've been getting it all week, which I'm not complaining about, because at the end of the day, it's a $500 contract day. No matter how slow it is, they have to give me some type of work, whether it's moving empty trailers or picking up a loaded trailer from the airport. So I'm content with the schedule. I'm just sharing that awareness that I can understand. If Amazon has not taken on any new carriers, this is why. I mean, I'm getting 200 to 300 miles on a contract, which is very rare, but I'm not complaining about it, because I mean, that's less miles on the truck, less fuel. I think I'm gonna put in fuel today for the first time all week, and there's actually a new fuel spot near one of the Amazon locations that I'm gonna check out early in the morning. So hang in there, guys. If you're a new carrier, if you had your authority for over 6 months, just hang in there, right? Because you already made it this far. It's just you got to keep that truck moving. You may not like how you have to move the truck, but the minute we pass this hump, I think we'll all be fine. I had a hard time this time last year, and then that's why I stuck it out and just learned the Amazon system, and I've just been doing Amazon since, because that's what works for me. I like to be by the house. I have a family and kids. I like to see my kids, but that's just me, you know. But for me, the freight is just not paying enough to just be away from family. That's the way I see it. It is not paying enough for me to be away from family, and I spend enough time away from family on active duty and multiple deployments. I have 3 deployments overseas, and then not to mention all the time on active duty where you're doing all this training, all this time away from home. I spent a lot of time away from family. So now my advice to all my truck drivers out there, or wannabe business owners, is once we make it past this hump and we get a new president and everything turns around in the trucking industry, my best advice is to start maybe another stream of income while doing trucking. Because no matter how you look at it, if the trucking industry changes, it'll be good for 4 years, and then the following 4 years after that, it could go as bad as this again. So it's all about preparation. So if you make it past this hump and those next 4 years are solid 4 years, you want to take advantage of those 4 years and obviously start additional streams of income, or even save up all the money just for this time period, so where you don't have to deal with the freight that's going on right now. I haven't been talking about it as much, but I am trying to start other businesses while doing truck driving. Now those businesses are still too early for me to talk about, but when I start, I will share with you guys, because it's all a journey, and I learned from my mistakes, and I learned from just my experience, and I want to motivate you guys, as much as I can, because when I started this whole trucking thing, I didn't think that I was gonna make it, but I did. I knew I wasn't gonna quit. I quit too much, or I had too many failures in my life, and I kind of told myself I'm tired of failing. When can I do something that's actually gonna work for me? Yeah, I just had a lot of stuff happen that I never really talk about. So when I was on active duty, my last job was in the Air Force. I was in a special warfare selection, and I did 13 years in the military. And the military just changed my life and just changed the way I view jobs and just view everything. So I entered a special warfare program. I made it past selection, and during course, I ended up getting injured, and I had a stress fracture on my foot. And they were trying to, the unit that I was in Houston, they were trying to send me back to a job that I've already done that I didn't want to do again. And that's when I separated completely and just got into truck driving. So truck driving wasn't the path for me. I had other plans in my life, and it just didn't work out. And I had to figure out something fast, and I did. And that's when I got my CDL, and I got my driver's license. So, in the military, my passion was to be in a special operations career field, and that didn't work out. And I could have continued to pursue and tried and tried. At the end of the day, the people who were really hurting was my family. I spent so much time away from them through training, through deployments, more training, all to better myself. But at the end of the day, the one who was being selfish was me. I was being selfish on my family and taking that away from them. So I had to took a step back from what I really wanted to do and open my eyes up a little bit and figure out something else that I can do. Um, there's a lot of time away from family, and time is something that you cannot get back. So it behooves you to value your time. So if you are always on the road and you are away from family, remember time is something that you cannot get back. So if you can switch things up a little bit and think a little bit differently, stop being selfish, maybe things will work out for the best. All right, guys, welcome back. We're almost towards the end of the shift. I'm in San Antonio right now. I'm waiting for an empty trailer at one of the locations to take to San Marcos, so that way I can take that trailer to the airport, which is kind of shared with a military base and a civilian airport, and then unload the trailer, take that empty trailer back to Shirts to finish off the shift. So I only have a few more hours left in the shift and it should be done. There are trucks starting to pull up now from other locations. You can see there, you got a truck over there. I noticed when you start to get ahead of schedule on the Amazon, Amazon's been like canceling and re-editing times and stuff like that. So because I was ahead of schedule, I started to cancel the same load and like edit the time and all that stuff. And that's happened on a number of occasions. If I get ahead of schedule, they try to edit the time or something like that, or departure times, which I don't understand why they do that, but that's just one of those things that they do. Um, I have a few more hours left before the schedule will come out for tomorrow, and there's a lot of construction going on between San Antonio and Austin on I-35. Whole lot of construction. I mean, it took me forever just to get to the downtown Austin area. I try to avoid the toll roads when I need to, or I'll use the toll roads when it's super, super busy during the day, but I stay away from toll roads at nighttime because some of those toll roads are a little bit on the pricey side. So I avoided the toll road tonight, and I just went straight through downtown Austin, which took a lot longer than what I wanted. But we're here in San Antonio now. We're just waiting to get out of here so I can go and get this loaded trailer, finish off the night, and head home. All right, guys, right here, I'm going to show you guys what happens when they don't give you a trailer coming up on your departure time. So right now, departure time is 12:49. It is 12:36. Usually you want to go ahead and click this button here, the visit ship clerk, and you hit the no trailer option, and then it will give you a callback request, and you click that callback request, and the ROC will call you back within the 10 minutes to update the schedule. Usually I like to leave it alone, and I wait 2 more minutes, and the schedule will automatically update, which I'll show you guys in a second, guys. And the schedule has updated. Now it already showed that there is no trailer available. You click the get help callback request. All right, so I clicked on the callback request. Now it already finished this trip. So now this current load that I dropped off is completely finished, and it's gonna have me bobtail all the way to the next location, which is and in San Marcos. And you can see you get a notification for resolution updated, and yeah. So now I am a bobtail, and I'm picking up a loaded. All right, guys. So I'm at the second to last stop of the night. I'm doing a live unload actually at a third party location in San Antonio, uh, which you can see them unloading in the mirror probably. Um, but they should be unloading me in about 10 minutes. But what's unique about this third party location is that this is an airstrip, and this airstrip here is joint with active duty military and civilian. How do I know this? Is because this particular airfield, I patrolled this particular airfield while I was on active duty. And one of the jobs that I had in the military was I was security forces for 5.5 years. Uh, I did. I was an Army MP for about 8 years, and then I switched over to the Air Force. So this airfield, I spent a lot of time and a lot of hours patrolling this airfield, and a lot of hours sitting out there. And little did I know I would be delivering Amazon packages here, and a lot of memories during COVID and this particular airfield um, when the whole COVID thing popped off. Um, so yeah, so now I am waiting to get unloaded so I can get up on out of here. Shouldn't take much longer, and go turn in this empty trailer and be done for the day. I have my route for tomorrow, and I am doing a Loretto round trip, which I like, but they're adding additional stops to make it about 400 miles. They want me to, pick up an empty trailer on the other side of San Antonio, take it all the way up north, and then take a preloaded trailer and San Marcos straight down to Loretto, and then finish off in San Antonio. So I'm comfortable with doing that route. They're just adding an extra stop of an empty trailer, which, nah, no problem. But right after this, I'm gonna take the long way because there is a new fuel point or fuel spot on the Mudflap app that I want to go fill up, because it is time for me to go fill up and, yeah, get my fuel savings in.